Greg the Miller and the Crazy Gripper, and what do you call this man? She's a nipper of her rings and skipper, and we all call her Gran. I'll speak to Granny, sure she'll know of times of things gone past. She'll talk to me of days and years and telescope the past. She told me of the day she thought she'd never see home rule, and anyone thought otherwise was only being a fool. She taught me all the simple games and rhymes around the fire. We'd listen to them patiently and never seem to tire. She told me of the day she shook Devalera's hands with pride, and the morning that she knelt and prayed when Michael Collins died. Greg the Miller and the Crazy Gripper, and what do you call this man? She's a nipper of her rings and skipper, and we all call the Gran. She told me of the day she saw her first big motor car as she walked along the Bagot Street. She stood on steps afar. Her granny stood beside her, bid her hastily move away, for fear that she might stumble off or in his path might stray. But the thing that she remembered, and she said without remorse, that the carriage moved along the road with nowhere near a horse. Now all the history that she told, she used to bring it near, and all the changes that she'd seen right down through the years. Greg the Miller and the Crazy Gripper, and what do you call this man? She's a nipper of her rings and skipper, and we all call the Gran. Her father was a skipper and in rings and had a boat, and how she dressed up as a boy and spent 3 days afloat. Oh, she loved a bit of devilment, I suppose all of us do, but you kinda knew the skipper, and sure all the crew they knew. She was married to me granda, who used to dance and sing, and we'd have the best of hoolies, they were fit now for a king. So she raised up 7 children, a credit to her clan, and 5 of them were girls now, and 1 of them me man. Greg the Miller and the Crazy Gripper, and what do you call this man? She's a nipper of her rings and skipper, and we all call the Gran. She always loved the garden, and I used to help her there. She'd lots of flowers and veggies, and we'd handle them with care. Oh, remember the laburnum trees she planted in the spring, when we were young, the hefty bells they made for us a swing, and all the chickens that she had were locked up in their pens. She said I was the devil when I let out the hens, and when the war was raging we had to help some way. The German boys came to our house, and many years to stay. Greg the Miller and the Crazy Gripper, and what do you call this man? She's a nipper of her rings and skipper, and we all call the Gran. Greg the Miller and the Crazy Gripper, and what do you call this man? She's a nipper of her rings and skipper, and we all call the Gran. Greg the Miller and the Crazy Gripper, and what do you call this man? She's a nipper of her rings and skipper, and we all call the Gran. Greg the Miller and the Crazy Gripper, and what do you call this man? She's a nipper of her rings and skipper, and we all call the Gran.